The printer jammed at 3 a.m., but the paper still fed through. It wasn't a standard error message. It was a sequence of letters and numbers that should not exist. Deep in the heart of the Big Ear radio telescope in Ohio, Jerry Emmons stared at the printout. He circled a grouping of characters in red ink, 6EQJ5. He didn't know then that he was holding the closest thing humanity has ever had to a handshake from another world. But, here is the part the textbooks gloss over: that sequence lasted exactly 72 seconds. Then, it stopped. Not a fade out. A clean cut. It was as if someone had flicked a cosmic light switch off. August 15, 1977. The air in Delaware, Ohio, was thick with the humidity of late summer. The Big Ear telescope, officially the Ohio State University Radio Observatory, was a sprawling structure, a massive steel beast covering an area the size of 3 football fields. It was designed to scan the heavens for narrowband radio signals, the kind of transmissions that occur naturally in the universe, but, more importantly, the kind that suggest an intelligent hand behind the dial. Emmons was a volunteer, part of a team scanning the skies for signals from the constellation Sagittarius. When he saw the readout, his heart didn't race, he felt cold. The signal strength was 30 times higher than the background noise of the universe. It was a scream in a library where everyone else was whispering. To understand the gravity of this, you have to realize that radio telescopes are notoriously messy. They pick up everything. The hum of a passing airplane, the microwave in the break room, the satellite chatter of a Cold War-era spy network. But, this signal was different. It matched the frequency of hydrogen, the most abundant element in the cosmos. It was the universal language, a frequency that any advanced civilization would theoretically choose for long-distance communication because it is quiet and carries across the vast, empty oceans of space. Yet, when they pointed the telescope back at the exact coordinates the next night, there was nothing. No repeat. No stutter. No echo. Just the hollow sound of cosmic background radiation. People called it the wow signal because Emmons scribbled that exact word next to the data. But, the mystery isn't just about what it was, it is about the physics of the impossibility. To generate that much power, at that frequency, from that location, you would need a transmitter the size of a planet. There were no stars in that patch of sky. There were no known phenomena that could produce a pulse so clean, so artificial, and so brief. Was it a glitch? The equipment was checked, rechecked, and dismantled, searching for a mechanical error. None was found. Could it have been a satellite? A secret military test? The military keeps its secrets in the dark, but even they couldn't explain how a human-made object could mimic a deep space source with such clinical precision. As weeks turned into months, the skepticism set in. The scientific community, afraid of looking foolish, tried to bury it. They categorized it as an anomaly, a rounding error in the grand calculation of the universe. But, scientists don't bury secrets because they are fake, they bury them because they are terrifying. If the signal was real, it meant we were not alone. It meant we were being watched, or perhaps, we were just witnessing a long-distance call that had nothing to do with us. And there is a deeper, colder truth hidden in the silence that followed. Decades later, researchers combed through that patch of sky again, searching for even a hint of a remnant. They found stars, yes, but no civilization. No light, no heat, no radio chatter. It was as if the entity that sent that signal had gone extinct, or moved on, or simply decided that we were not worth a second conversation. Think about the isolation of that realization. A single ping in the dark, a message in a bottle cast into an infinite ocean, received by a bunch of academics in a drafty office, and then nothing. No response. No follow-up. Just a red-inked note. On a piece of thermal paper. As I sit here reading the logs, I can't help but think about the implications. We spent years looking for a signal from the stars, but we never considered that the signal might have been a warning. Or worse, an accident. If you go back to the original logs, there is a tiny, almost imperceptible mark on the margin. It wasn't made by Emmons. It was made by the machine itself, a small mechanical spasm that occurred exactly 1 millisecond after the signal died. It looks remarkably like a code, a secondary transmission hidden in the static of the first. Most astronomers dismiss it as a gear slip. But, why does the gear slip only happen when the signal is at its peak? Why did the machine try to tell us something it wasn't designed to record? The big ear is gone now, torn down for real estate development. The field where it stood is now a quiet patch of land, silent, forgotten, and empty. But, the radio waves are still traveling. Somewhere out there, the 72 seconds of 6EQUJ5 are still echoing through the dark, waiting for someone to answer. We might have missed our only chance to say hello, or maybe, we were lucky that we never knew how to reply. Do you ever wonder if the signal wasn't sent to us, but was actually a broadcast that we simply intercepted by mistake?